Hey, it's Soul, here to help you access new crafting recipes from the Zul'gurub dungeon, or at least make some decent gold while you still can. Help support the channel by liking this video and subscribing for more WoW content. Patch 10.0.7 introduced a number of recipes specific to Zul'gurub, with weapon and armor appearances, as well as some snazzy transmog ensembles. They can take quite some time to farm up without help from alt, but don't worry, the WoW team thought this up a little bit ahead of time. Before we go any further, I gotta take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, Ridge. They're celebrating their 10-year anniversary of bringing us their highly rated, iconic wallets, and we're partnering up. Go to ridge.com/soul to save up to 40% through March 26th. And after the 26th, the promo drops down to a more modest 10%, so act soon. I first used my Ridge wallet a year ago, thinking, oh yeah, sure, I'll use this long enough to get paid, but to be honest, I've been using it ever since. True story, this is my old wallet, carefully put into position here so you can see how much it literally collected dust. And here's the current wallet. The Ridge is very minimalist, it's only as big as it needs to be, it's super durable, very stylish, and it has a lifetime warranty. There's some awesome accessories to go with them, including a key case, even rings, and all of it is part of the 10-year anniversary sale, so help support the channel by at least taking a look at ridge.com/soul and save today. Step 1 is to have a level 70 character. Send them over to Zul'gurub, make sure the dungeon difficulty is set to heroic because you have to, and then progress to the last boss. Now you're gonna have to defeat any 2 bosses to do this, and then head on over to Jindo at the center. His pyramid has an underside to it. You're going to want to travel there and get to this location. It's a little bit hard to see and the interact button doesn't really identify it, but there's a tiny item on the ground that you can pick up. It's 1/2 of a quest item that you're going to need to start farming for these recipes. To get the other half, engage Jindo up top. Give him a nice slap to start the next phase where the zone is filled with ghosts, and then run away. Return to the same area where you found the quest item and there will be another quest item. Pick that up and use the item to fuse them, which will give you a quest, and then leave via Hearthstone or your favorite teleport. You can just let Jindo feel victorious for a little while. Now you want to head to Zaralor, over to the port, and it's okay if you're an Alliance character, you can still complete this quest. Down in this area, there's a guy named Rin Wosho, and you can turn the quest into him. He'll give you an achievement that works across your account that now lets you treat Zul'gurub as a kind of farming ground for you and your characters to loot and pillage and terrorize for your benefit. So here's how it works. Mobs and bosses from the instance will start dropping different tribal coins, different colored bijous, mojo, and even old leather materials that didn't exist before. Okay, well, they did exist before, and then they were discontinued, and well, now they're back again. You can even fish in certain areas for these coins and materials. I happen to find 1 coin fishing in this area here, so I only recommend fishing these up when you run out of alts to run this instance. Remember, this instance can only be run on heroic difficulty, so once per day per character. However, many mobs do respawn. Your objective is to farm up as many of these materials as you can. The bijous are tradable account-wide, and the other items are fully tradable, that is, they're sellable on the auction house. I mentioned fishing earlier, and while coins are a little bit few and far between, you do have a chance to obtain a special cache that contains more resources, maybe even transmog appearances. With all this loot in hand, you can do one of 2 things. One is to return to Win Rosho, who is now hanging out just inside the dungeon. If you have a certain combination of coins, you can trade them to him for a bargaining token, which is used to buy recipes. I'd show you the quest, but I opted to sell the coins on the auction house instead because, why not? I've been selling the extra mojo and leather as well for a modest profit, so I suggest that if you're not in a rush to get these appearances, take advantage of people who are in a rush and make some money off of them. If you're trying to farm fast, you'll want to relocate your alt army here for some mass farming. Start by farming up all the bijous you need for your professions and then grind your face off for coins, periodically selling off excess coins for profit. Be extra thorough with characters who can skin. The tiger skins go at a pretty good price, and from the recipes you can now start earning or selling long-lost transmog on your realm, hopefully for a really big profit. Frugal collectors may want to consider just casually farming up the bijous while waiting for the price of coins to fall to a level where you're okay with just buying them from the auction house. Those are sold regionally, while of course weapons and armor are sold on your local server, so consider your path to profit. There's kind of an alternate path with these bijous. In the Cache of Madness boss room, there's a Brazier of Madness that you can loot for a toy. But characters who maxed out Classic Alchemy will also unlock a new recipe to make a Gurubashi Mojo Madness Potion, which you can also make and sell on the auction house. Anyone can use it, and when they do, for the next hour, they can interact with blood piles found in these 4 areas. I'm going to cheat a little bit and use some Wowhead screenshots to show you. One is right behind High Priest Vanox's spawn location. Another is right next to Bloodlord Mandakir. Another is way behind High Priestess Kilnara in her room, and the last is deep in Zanzil's room next to the big old green cauldron. With the potion buff active, these blood piles will ask for Bijou, so give it to him. In exchange, you'll get a loot box with materials for crafting and maybe even more patterns. These do not appear to be bind on pickup, and you can trade these to your alt or sell it on the auction house. I really like that they made Zul'gurub into this crazy farm fest, and I'm pretty happy that the WoW team brought back this old transmog in a way that feels a bit refreshing, and it also celebrates professions, giving new opportunities for gold to exchange hands without needing high item level or incredible luck. I hope they do more stuff like this with old content to a point where the black market auction house is no longer needed, where instead of players fighting to send gold into the vapor, new opportunities arise to obtain forgotten appearances and items from professions directly or indirectly, and again results in the exchange of gold between players. Could be cool. So if you don't mind, like the video, subscribe for more content, catch me live, and I'll catch you later. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.